The Gemara tells us that at the end of a person's days, he stands in front of Hashem for judgment. And the Gemara tells us that the very first question that they ask him is, Nasata v'nasata be'emunah. Did you conduct your business dealings with emunah? Simply translated, were you honest in business? And the Shev Shmaitz is bothered by a question. Why is that the first question that they ask a person? There are many, many things that a person is obligated to do. Many, many situations that he's involved in. Yes, being honest in business is important, but it's not the single most primary obligation of a person. Why is that the first question that they ask? And to answer this question, I'd like to share with you a mashal. Imagine a fellow gets a report from school that his young son has some social integration issues. He doesn't understand the rules of play. He doesn't understand social etiquette. And the father, taking the issue very seriously, brings him to social skills classes. The father takes off time. And as a matter of fact, the father gets a group of fellows together, the boy's age, and he sits with them on the floor one afternoon playing Monopoly, all to teach his little son how to be a mensch. In any case, his son Moshe has his turn, and the other boys have their turn. And at a certain point during the game, there's a siren from outside. All the boys turn their head, and Moshe reaches into the bank and pulls out a few $500 bills. The father notices but doesn't say anything. Each boy takes their turn. Another few minutes later, there's a ringing at the bell, and again, all boys, their heads turn. And again, Moshe reaches into the bank and pulls out a few $500 bills. At this point, the father is curious, and he brings Moshe into the kitchen, and he says, Moshe, I couldn't help but notice that some of the money in the bank ended up in your pocket. Would you mind sharing with me how this happened? And the little boy turns to his father and says, Tati, here, it's for you. I heard you and Mommy talking last night that you need money. I took it for you. The Shev Shmaitz explains that the reason why Hashem has us work is not because Hashem needs money and not because Hashem needs us to work. But working is one of those great life opportunities to be tested. We work for the reason to have the opportunity to be honest in business because Hashem is watching very carefully. What are you doing with your time? How are you spending your time? How are you spending the money that you earned? Are you earning your money honestly? Are you being the type of person you're supposed to be? But the Shev Shmaitz makes one key observation. It's nasata v'nasata be'emunah. Did you deal your business dealings with emunah? Not just honestly. Did you understand from whom the money comes? Did you recognize that it's Hashem who runs the world, that Hashem who sets the amount? It's not just, are you honest? That's a given. But it's even more, did you get it? Did you understand why Hashem wants you to work? Did you understand what life is about? This topic I spent a lot of time on introducing, and many concepts similar in this year's new series, Emunah in the Workplace. It's a very extensive series. It deals with many, many issues of working in our current world. It's 8 different shiurim. It also comes with a beautiful workbook that brings down the sources. If you go to the site, you'll be able to see it there. You'll see the workbook and you'll see the various CDs. I hope you'll take a moment to look it over. Thank you.